What's up, man? It's been a minute, huh? Well, welcome to the Dev and J channel. Today is just gonna be a random video, okay? We're gonna tell you why we haven't been posting at the end of the video, so stay tuned. But today we have a few stories to tell you guys, so let's get to it. Jerry.
Oh wait, I want to be first.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Just go.
Alright, so yeah, I'll tell you guys a story and then I'll give you guys some advice too.
His advice sucks, just to let you know. But continue.
Anyways, okay, so last year, or a few years ago, me and Debbie went to the mall, and then with his sister, we were just hanging out, and then he went to this one store. What store was it called?
I think it was some baby store, but we were like joking around and saying like I was having a kid to just get a reaction, and J-Rel ended up talking to one of the girls there.
She was very pretty.
She was, I'm not gonna lie.
So I talked to her, and then I was all like, blah, 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 you're so pretty, you're so gorgeous. And then she was like, oh, thanks. And then she gave me her phone number because I asked for it. And then we were talking after that. And then the next day, I actually went to her job, and then we met up for lunch. And then, we were on good terms, I would say. And then after that, we talked the next day briefly. I had to go to work, and then she said we could hang out the day after at work. I think that was Sunday.
Yep.
And then I messaged her after I got off work, and then she said something. I forgot what she said specifically, but she said something. And
I think
it was like
she couldn't like hang out or something like that.
yeah, I was like, sorry, I can't hang out Sunday. I'm like, oh, okay. And then, yeah, it was something like that. And then I said something. I tried to call her or something Sunday or Monday, and she didn't answer. And then I tried again like Wednesday, I believe it was Wednesday, and then no answer. And I'm just like, you know what? Very fake. So if you ever have a girl that does that to you, she's fake.
Yeah, don't even waste
Alright?
your time, you know?
Don't waste time crying and don't waste your tears. I didn't cry.
Yeah, he did.
I never cry. Look at
That's a
these
lot.
guns.
What guns?
I don't cry.
But yeah, one thing I would say, be friends first. Never rush into anything. Really get to know that person before you take it to the next level. And honestly, I feel like if you're just gonna do that, don't give that person your number or Snapchat. If you don't wanna talk to that person or anything, just be honest. Like, hey, I really don't feel comfortable giving you my Snap or my number, and move on. They're not gonna get mad. If they get all mad, so what? You know, you just didn't feel comfortable. Instead of lying to that person and pretending that you're really interested but in reality you're not. It's like, why waste that person's time? That person could have put that time into somebody else that really deserved it. But if you're just gonna do that, what's the point, honestly? But one thing I would say, never rush in to dating somebody. Always be friends first. Take your time and really get to know that person. If you don't know that person's favorite color, then don't date them.
If you don't know their favorite color, their birthday, their last name,
Yeah, don't
Just
bother.
wait.
Just be patient.
Wait.
Don't be desperate, because those type of relationships don't last.
they go from this to that
Real
very
quick. Real quick.
Very
I'm telling you
quick.
that right now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm mostly focusing on myself. Like, don't get me wrong, I've seen, beautiful women out there, but I just don't have time for it. I have my personal problems I have to get taken care of. I want to make sure I'm straight before I can worry about somebody else's problems and issues. And I want to make sure I'm stable, I have a good paying job, and I could provide for that person that I choose to spend the rest of my life with. I don't want them to take care of me. because that makes me feel a certain way. And I feel like if it's okay to be alone for a little bit. I understand it sucks, it's boring or whatever, but that gives you enough time to focus on yourself and work on your problems and issues. And I feel like that's the best way to go, because you could be happy by yourself, honestly. You have, as long as you have good people in your circle, good friends and family, and then that's your happiness right there. You know, you do what you love to do, work-wise or whatever, just even if it's a hobby, you know, there's other ways to be happy than just being with somebody, you know. But that's just me. That's just how I think and how I go about it. But for the people that feel like they're gonna die alone or they're scared to be alone, don't say that, because there's people out there for everybody, you know. And I understand, like, you're wondering, like, oh, I want it to happen now and all that stuff. It's not going to happen now. It takes time. You just have to put yourself out there. You got to be consistent. You know, don't just feel like, oh, like, let's say you go on a date or whatever, and that date doesn't go as you want it or as planned. Don't give up. Just keep trying, and then eventually you're going to find that right person that's going to accept you for who you are, that's not going to be with you because you have a certain amount of money or because what type of job you work in and all that stuff. You want somebody that's going to be with you from day one when you didn't have nothing at all. Like, you still live with your mom and all that stuff. Because once you get to where you want to be in life, you're very successful and all that stuff, you're going to appreciate that person more, because you're going to look back at it like, dang, I'm glad she was by my side. Or, you know, if you swing the other way, I'm glad he was by my side or whatever. And that's going to be a healthy relationship, because you guys know each other and you guys seen each other go through good and bad, and I feel like that's the person you need to be with. Honestly, the whole look bull crap, oh, he has to look a certain way, he has to have curly hair, she has to have a fat butt or whatever the case may be. Screw all that. Your happiness is more important than looks, because at the end of the day, they're not going to stay like that forever, honestly. Once they get to that certain age, what the heck, who's texting?
I don't know what it was.
When you get to that certain age, when that person gets to a certain age, they're not going to look good forever, you know? I'm not saying like lower your standards, you know what I mean? But just know that looks are not everything. Like, don't judge somebody based on looks, because at the end of the day, that person's probably going to treat you better than somebody that truly doesn't care if they're with you or not. I mean, I'd rather be with somebody that's scared to lose me than somebody that's with me that's like, oh, I don't care, I could find another dude or whatever, you know? But yeah, I just feel like, know your value, you know what I mean? Because like some of these girls out here, they don't know their value. They settle for less. And I feel like, you know, you're beautiful and know your worth. Don't raise your standards to the point where you know you can't get that person. Just work your way up. Like, I understand some girls like bad dudes, but that's stupid. Like, why? You can't change him. That's who he is. So if you're thinking, oh, I could change him, good luck. Yeah, this loser right here, he's a loser. Girls, don't date him. I'm telling you that right now. He's a loser. Date somebody like me. I'm a winner. I always win. I drive a Subaru.
Are you done yet?
No, I'm not
Are you done yet? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I drive a Subi gang. Anyway, back to our conversation. But yeah, be patient, and while you're, being patient, focus on yourself and get yourself situated. And, I feel like that's the best way. Get to know yourself first, because the only way to be happy is to be happy with yourself. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a story too. Like, growing up, I was bullied a lot, like in elementary, all the way up to 6th grade. And I always thought I was ugly, I would never find a girlfriend and all that stuff. And like I was jealous of my brother because he always got like all the girls, and he's younger than me. You know, usually it's the big brother that gets all the, you know, the girls, but in my case that wasn't the case. I was the one that was, you know, if you guys didn't know, I was in special ed and all that stuff, and you know, I just wasn't happy with myself, and like I'm still not, but it's not as bad as it was. Like now I'm starting to accept me for who I am. You know, like at the end of the day, I don't care what anybody says about me. I could care less. That's your opinion. You know, I'm not gonna stop you for having your own opinion. If you think I look a certain way, I don't care. It is what it is. That's your opinion. But just know my confidence is not low no more. I'm at the point where I truly don't care what nobody thinks of me. I don't care if you call me ugly. I heard worse, honestly. And the funny thing is, it was always from guys. It was never from a girl. And I thought that was funny. It was always the dudes that called me ugly and always picked on me and all that stuff. The girls I was cool with the girls. And then once I got to high school, I was really cool with the girls. All I hung out with was girls. Like I had more female friends than dude friends at some point. And then after high school, it just, this, you know, life happened, you know, work and all that stuff. And I found out who my real friends were and who my fake friends were. The people that are in your life, they're in your life for a reason. The people that don't talk to you, they're not in your life for a reason. There's always reason behind everything. And I feel like you got to look at that. So don't get offended when somebody doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Just look at it as they were going to set you back at the end of the day. They were going to hold you back. And the people that stay by your side through the worst and bad, that helped you out and stuff when you're going through, you know, hell, those are the people that you want to stick or keep in your life. Don't push those people away, because I had a friend like that, and you know, I was always there for her. You know, if she wanted to talk, even if I didn't feel like talking, I still talked for hours. You know, made her laugh. I made her feel good when she didn't even want to laugh, and then she just ended up pushing me away, and now we're not friends no more. You know, it's her loss. I'm not the type of person that's gonna beg somebody to be my friend. If you don't want to be my friend, don't be my friend. I'm not gonna sit here, please be my friend. I don't care. You know, I got other things to worry about besides losing friends. You know, but I feel like, you know, know your worth. It could, you know, you could be a female, a dude. Know your value. Don't settle. You know, if you want to do something, go for it. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do anything, because you can achieve anything if you put your mind to it. And I feel like the people that tell you you can't do anything, I look at it as they're afraid that you're going to blow up or you're going to achieve what you want to do, and then they're going to be like, dang, I wasn't expecting him to do that, or I wasn't expecting her to do it. You know what I mean? Just if you want it, go for it. Don't tell nobody. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody get in your way. Do what you have to do. There may be risk, but still, if you want to be rich, if you want to, you know, be famous or whatever, if you want to be famous, go for it. You know, achieve your dreams. Achieve your goals. Keep good people around you that's gonna motivate you. That's gonna push you to be very successful in life. Don't keep people around that just, oh, let's go to a club. Dude, did you see that girl? She had a fat butt or whatever. Screw them. Life is not about partying all the time. You know, there's more to it. Because honestly, I'm not a party person. I went to the club one time and I was like, this is a club? I said, this is whack. This is like a big house party just with a bunch of people. And the building is bigger. And people are just dancing. That's it. You know, but, you know, nobody is me. Everybody's different. You know, some people like to go to the club and, you know, have a good time. But I'm not saying I didn't have a good time at the club, but it's not me, honestly. Like, I'm more of like, I don't know. I'm not like a heavy car guy, because I don't know everything about cars. Like I said in the first video that me and Jay made, but I'm more like, if I'm not interested in it, I'm not gonna do it. Period. Like, if it's not gonna motivate me to do something, I'm not doing it. like, I'm at the point where I'm tired of working for people now. I'm tired of, like, having people telling me, oh, can you do this? Oh, you have to be in at this time. You get off at this time. I'm sick of that. At some point, I really want to make this YouTube thing really blow up because I'm really tired of working 9 to 5. I want to be my own boss. If I feel like making money, I'm gonna hop on YouTube, make a couple videos, or we're gonna make a couple videos, or whatever the case may be, and do that because I don't know, like, I'm 22, and I have, you know,
No
no
kids.
kids. Like my mom said, if you
No
heard it in the
kids.
background, no kids. You know, I have a life to fulfill, and I don't want to have back problems when I'm like 30 or like 26, 27, you know? Your body can only take so much of that. Like, you may think because you're young, you're unstoppable, nothing, you can't get sick, you're like a beast or whatever. No, you may not see the effects now, but as you get older, they're going to come and kick your butt. Like, honestly, you're like, oh, I should have never did that. I should have never drunk so much when I was in my 20s. Just, be healthy. Take care of yourself, because if you want to live a long, healthy life, you have to do those things to fulfill that. Don't just feel like drinking and partying is the only thing that you can do in life. There's more to it. Like, explore, travel, if you have the money or the time, whatever. Hang out with good friends and share that adventure with them, because that's gonna be something that you're gonna remember forever, and you're gonna look back and like, dang, you remember when we went to Paris? You remember when we went to Italy, Spain, or whatever? That was a good time. You remember when we went to Hawaii and we were on that boat and so-and-so fell off and he was flipping out because of the reef sharks or whatever the case may be. That's something to live for, Don't just think girls, cars, money, clothes, whatever is it. It's not. Because at the end of the day, anybody could afford a Bugatti, a Ferrari, whatever. It's just, how bad do you want it? That's all it comes down to. How hungry are you? And if you're really hungry, you're going to do whatever it takes to get that Bugatti or the Pagani or whatever the case may be, whatever car you want or house or whatever. Just know you could achieve anything if you really put your mind to it. And that's my lesson for today, for me. Yeah, you got anything to say?
So like Debbie was saying, just make sure, you know what you're worth, take care of yourself. Just because everyone else is in a relationship, don't feel like you have to get into one too. Peer pressure. If you don't want to be in a relationship right now, you don't have to be in one. You just, like Debbie said, you just take your time finding that special girl. Because you want someone that's worth your time. You want someone that's going to treat you right, appreciate you, and always be there for you. And you got to have that really special connection, with girlfriend, boyfriend, even your friends too.
Right.
You don't need to have a lot of friends.
Honesty is the key too. Never feel like you have to lie to your friends, because your friends are the main ones that's going to have your back.
Exactly.
And the more you lie to them, the more they're going to push themselves away from you.
And that's when you have to realize who your true friends are,
Exactly.
Because if you feel the need that you have to lie to your friends, then you shouldn't really be friends with them if you don't feel comfortable telling them what you have to. I'm not saying you have to tell them everything.
Yeah, just tell them things that you feel comfortable telling them.
But if you have to lie to your friends all the time,
those are not your friends.
not your friends.
If you're lying to them all the dang time, those are
Yeah.
not your friends.
Yeah, no bueno.
Because a real friend will be honest, 100%. Well, not all the time, because don't get me wrong, everybody lies. We're all humans, But when you lie about dumb stuff, and then you're like a friend or even a parent, like, your parents know when you're lying. I mean, they could sense it.
They always know.
They always know.
They always
They have superpowers. But anyway, when you have to lie to your friend over this the stupid thing, even if don't try to cover up that lie. Just take responsibility. Like, sorry, I was lying. I apologize. Move on. It's their choice to accept your apology. If they don't accept it, don't get mad because you put yourself in that situation. You know, it's going to take them time to gain your trust again. Nobody's going to be like, oh, it's okay, we're friends again. No, that takes time. You know, they're not a dog. They're not going to always love you forever. You know, these are, humans.
Exactly.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I just feel like just do things that make you happy. Don't feel like you have to change your personality because you're with a certain person. If they can't accept you for who you are, leave them alone. Period. If you're goofy, if you're silly, and then they're all mature 100% of the time, and they can't take a joke, then leave them alone because obviously they don't know how to have fun and live life. They feel like life is serious all the time. That's a lie. It's not serious all the time. When it comes to bills and all that stuff, yeah, you stay on top of that, or you'll be homeless, or they don't come and repo your car, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to friends and family, it's okay to be you. You could, when you're at work, of course, you have to be professional. But you could still be silly, but not too silly. You could joke around with your friends if you have friends at work. Do you? But when it comes to, work and stuff, you have to balance that out. You have to know when to be serious and then when not to be serious. So, like, let's say you go on break. Oh, yeah, you can be silly, joke around, all that stuff. But when it's time to work, that's when you're about your money and your bread. You know what I mean? But, yeah, this loser, he's yawning. He's an old man. Oh. This dude, his bedtime is it's only 7:42. And he's tired.
Boy, oh boy.
But yeah, but anyway, a little update for you guys. I know it's been like 7 months since we uploaded, but that's because we're working. Jay, he's in school, and we don't have time to make YouTube videos and stuff. And we're gonna try to post when we can. So look forward for that. We have a few things coming. Well, for my car, I have a story to tell you guys about that too. Oh man, but yeah. But I'm gonna do the bad news first. So, I think it happened in September. So I was coming from work and when I was driving to work, my car was fine. It was shifting, I was making sure I was shifting properly, and it was driving smooth. I didn't hear no noise, everything was good. And I got to work, I put it in neutral, put the e-brake up or whatever, and I get off of work, and that was around like 12 something, and I get in my car, and I start it, I let it warm up or whatever, and I put the e-brake down, and I put it in gear, and I'm driving. I'm 5 minutes away from my house, I'm 5 minutes away from my job, or if not 5, like 10 minutes away from my job, and I just hear like this grinding noise. It was like it was terrible. It was the worst noise I ever heard in my life, and I pull over, or I give it gas, and it was like revving. I was like, oh, no. And so, like, I turn into, like, this neighborhood, and I put the e-brake up, and I pop the hood, and I turn my flashlight on my phone, and I'm looking in the engine bay and seeing what it was, and I couldn't see anything. So I get back in my car, and I turn it off, I get back in my car, and I look down, and my clutch pedal is stuck, like it's stuck to the floor. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? I said, I think my clutch went out. And so I turned the car off, and I kind of had to like jump start it. So I put it in gear while the car is off. The pedal's already down, so I just turn it on, and it starts to move, but it's kind of like jerking. So I go to the nearest gas station, and I pull in, and the car just stalls, and it's stuck in gear. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, why? Why couldn't this happen when I was at least close to my house or whatever. And I get out the car, I'm like flipping out, and like, luckily there's like this mechanic guy there, and you know, I thank him, but I thought I fixed it, but we didn't. So he, you know, he comes up and he asks me, he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't know, like my clutch pedal was stuck to the floor. And so he was like, do you need any tools? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see what's going on. So we're knocking it out, and it's like 4 in the morning, and he was like, okay, I have to go. I was like, all right. He said, well, you could keep my tools until, you know, tomorrow or whatever. I was like, all right. So I don't leave the gas station, well, the first gas station until like 6 or 7 in the morning. So I put everything back on, you know, put his tools up in my car or whatever, and I called my mom to see if she could pick me up. And she told me, like, at first she didn't pick up, and I got a little irritated, but I was like, she's asleep. Like, so she finally answers, and about the time she answers, I'm at the second gas station. I got it out of gear, and I, you know, drove it to the closest gas station, or to another gas station, and I parked it, and I made sure it wasn't in gear, all that stuff, and I turned the car off, and I'm just like flipping out. And I'm like, come on, why me? Because if you guys don't know, my car it's not registered because the emissions, and I tried to get emissions, and they wouldn't do it because my wheel was pushed back, and I got that fixed, and she got new wheels, but that'll be in another video. I'll show you the wheels, but they're just like winter wheels or whatever. But my mom comes, and we wait for the tow truck. Like, my body's hurting because I was like slouched over for like 5 or 6 hours trying to put everything back on, and it was cold as heck. And like, I'm sore, and then the sad thing is I had to go to work that day too, so I really didn't get home until like 2. And I had to pay for a tow, which was like $124. I was ticked off about that. And so ever since, it's been sitting. And then now my mom found this mechanic. His name is Larry. We took, at first, I thought it was just my clutch, so I got a new clutch, and then we found out that it wasn't my clutch, it was my bell housing. It shattered. If you don't know, the O2s all the way up to the O3, the transmissions on the WRX, on the Bug Eyes, they suck. They're glass. Literally, they're glass. So, I'm not going to lie. When Larry told me that, you know, my bell housing shattered, he showed me the bolt. The bolt was like 90 degrees exactly. That bolt shot into the clutch, which caused my clutch to go out. And yeah, and so he showed me the pieces of the transmission, or the bell housing or whatever. So I had the bolt in my hand, and like I was squeezing it, and so like he was like, sorry bro, you may need a new transmission. I said, you have to be kidding me. I only had this car for like 6, well now it's about to be a year, but at the time I only had it for like 6-7 months. And before you say, oh, why didn't you get the emissions when it was working? Because I'm a broke boy, and everything else was breaking on it. That's why I couldn't get emissions, because I'll fix one thing and something else would break. I was just spending money, so I didn't have time to get, you know, the exhaust or whatever, and to get emissions or whatever. So I just decided to wait to just fix the car completely and then go get emissions, so I don't have to worry about, oh, you failed this and you have to get this fixed. Screw that. I don't have time for that. But anyway, yeah, I had the bolt in my hand, and like I got like halfway up the stairs and my eyes started watering, and like I go in the house, I go in my mom's room, and like I'm about to cry or whatever, because like I'm like emotionally attached to this car. Like you have no idea. Like I love this car, and I go in my mom's room, I'm just bawling my eyes out. Like my mom was like, what's wrong? And like I couldn't even talk to her because I was freaking crying or whatever. And she was like, what's wrong? And I said, I need a new transmission. And then she was like, look at it this way. She said, be glad that it happened now. So at least you know what you need to fix. I was like, yeah, but I just feel like it's not fair, because every time I fix or I get close to getting an emission, something breaks or something happens, and I'm sick of it. And like, I'm never, like, I don't care what nobody says. I'm never selling my bug eye. I don't care what happens. If I have to save up, I'm going to save. I don't care. I'm never getting rid of that car. You can hate me all you want. I truly don't care. But yeah, and I just been working trying to save it, or trying to, fix it. But hopefully, next week, or if not before Christmas, she should be good. And then I got some goodies that I want to get for her. Oh man. But yeah, that's that's a little update. That's why we haven't really been posting, because we don't really have time to post, because we're working and we don't really have time. But yeah, this is sorry that this video was like everywhere, but we just thought we'll keep you guys updated and tell you guys what's been going on and give you guys a little advice if you want it or whatever.
If you guys want to see more advice, you can comment right below this video. All right.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, and we'll make more videos like this. If you guys want to see this, and then we'll have videos where we go to the car meets, record some races, do all that cool stuff.
J-Rail losing.
Forget you.
But yeah, we're really looking forward to that. But just know we're not going to be posting all the time. We're going to post when we can, when we have time, or if we feel like it's something to post about. We don't want you guys to be bored. We want to keep you guys entertained, and for the people that are just going to hate, thank you for watching, honestly. Because anybody could stand behind a keyboard and, type rude comments. And I know before you say, you guys are not even really blowing up on YouTube, I'm just saying, when we get to that point, anybody could type behind a keyboard and be rude. You know what I mean? It's not hard. Anybody could do it. So. But at the end of the day, just know, we don't care. We're not looking at that. We're looking at the good comments. The people that's supporting us, that's showing love, we thank you. And yes, we're gonna, our content is gonna be better. We're just working our way up. It's a grind. You gotta be consistent if you want the best. But yeah, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, our family, or whatever, and we'll give you guys more content. Peace.